How do you help a kid with ulcerative colitis or Crohn's disease? So we need to understand what it's caused by. And doctors of old knew this before the 70s. All GI doctors knew that when somebody came into the ER with a flare, that this person went through a traumatic event recently. And many of the times, the person will not consciously be aware of that. And nothing could be more true than that with kids. And kids, I get a lot of people asking me, like, if it's caused by trauma, how do kids can't experience trauma? That doesn't make any sense. Every time I go out in public, I see at least one kid screaming bloody murder because they didn't get a cookie, they didn't get candy, they didn't get that toy, they didn't get to go to the playground. These things are like when was the last time you cried like that about something? You know? So when a kid is in, like, if you're if you go to a kid and you go, hey, what's a traumatic event that put your gut into overdrive, they're not going to give you a straight answer. I am like incapable of telling my parents the truth because, like, subconsciously, like, I'm afraid of incriminating myself, like, oh, I knew it, you broke the lamp. So you know uh, one one mother I was working with, she said, her kid lost a figure skating competition, and that gave her diarrhea. And then everything was fine for a while. She had diarrhea, and they were all worried. But then it went away because she kind of like quit figure skating and didn't care anymore. And then about a year later, she wasn't allowed to play with her best friend anymore, and she started to become constipated. And she sat down with her daughter like multiple times, like, hey, tell me the truth, hey, we're best friends. And one day she noticed she got really sad and depressed that she couldn't hang out with Susie Q anymore. So like, the treatment isn't, imagine having a kid be on one of these strict diets at a birthday party. Good luck. It's not going to happen. It's, why can everyone else eat these foods, but this person can't? It's linked to a traumatic event. Now, I help adults, weed through all their memories with my 13-day protocol. And, I made it so, like, probably a middle school kid could do this no problem. But I have a free webinar that kind of goes over, gives you all the basics. Like, if I got out of the GI, I remember getting diagnosed, and I was like, does this guy seriously think he's an expert? I just asked him what the root cause of my Crohn's and colitis is, and he thought it was a weird question. Like, what is going on? Like, the incompetence is unreal in their industry. So, and what's sad is that they've known this for a very long time. It just got covered up in the 70s and the 80s somehow. So to help a kid, you can't give them candy until their teeth rot out of their head, but, like, we need to make the experience less traumatic for them in a way, or help them understand that that's where their symptoms are coming from. It can be a little bit tricky, dealing with a kid, but if you keep investing your energy into, finding a solution for having the kid not throw a fit over candy versus making the kid go on a crazy strict diet that makes them just want candy even more and is exacerbating the problem. I just want to eat this. I just want to eat. No, you have to stay on your diet or you're going to crap yourself into Tuesday, into the next week. It's the same conflict. But and it's just going to make it worse. A kid's main morsel are toys, mother's milk, soda, cookies. Like, those are the things that they want, but they are not allowed to have. And many times for kids, that's the thing, putting their gut in and out of overdrive.